host of community, Merry Flitsmas, and a Happy New Year. I couldn't think of a pun, I'm sorry. Now, in light of this new holiday season, happy holidays, by the way, or have a good month if you don't celebrate holidays. I don't blame you, there are a lot of stress. I decided to act upon something that didn't really hit me as an issue until recently. You see, I've seen a bunch of videos and websites ranking Santas in media, like Tim Allen's Santa, and the Santa from Arthur Christmas, and the Santa from Klaus, but, we should always remember to think about the little guy, and also honor the working class. So I am going to make a video ranking the top 5 elves in Christmas movies. We will be ranking on originality of design, quality of design, and how much impact they have on the plot, and how much we care about them. So, without further ado, these are the top 5 Santa's elves of media. At number 5, let's start out easy with the movie Elf. Sure, the design is mostly traditional, but they do wear fun costumes and unique colors for each elf. It gives it a nice vibrance. And while most of them don't have a huge impact on the plot, the emotions would not be the same as they are without Papa Elf. And that's something we can all be grateful for. However, I will be docking points because they invented a new slur. Number 4, Arthur Christmas. Now, it does lose a few points on the originality side. It is pretty traditional, pointy hats, normal outfits, and green, but the 007-ness really bumped these up. You need only watch the movie to see how entertaining they can be, and they really make us root for them by focusing on one in particular, the one that just so happens to be the one getting stuck with helping Arthur out. At number 3, we have the elves from Klaus, and you might be thinking, there were no elves in the movie Klaus, but you'd be wrong if you remember those non-English speaking rascals who help Klaus regain that spirit of toy making and help the mailman, whose name I can't remember, really grow a heart. And the conflict between the two main characters would have never ended if they weren't also a part of the equation. At number 2, we have the Santa Claus. Such a variety of outfits in this one. No two are the same. Sure, they have the traditional pointy hats and stuff, but a lot of elves also have woolly hats and berets, and in fact, these outfits seem to indicate some form of hierarchy. For example, the beret-wearing elf, Bernard, who strangely disappears in the third movie, is in charge of all of the elves, until Conrad from the Cat in the Hat live-action movie with Mike Myers takes over. That's a deep cut for you. Now, honorable mentions. Christmas Chronicles. It's fun that they made a new language for the elves in these movies, but geez, the elves in these movies. The Polar Express. They're similar to the elves in Elf, but for some reason they rub me the wrong way. Like, why are they New Yorkans? Rise of the Guardians. Those are garden gnomes. Those aren't elves. And the final honorable mention will be the ones from the Rankin and Bass cinematic universe. They are, of course, iconic, but also pretty vanilla. And by the way, why weren't you at elf practice? And at number 1, the best way to have an elf have an impact on the story is to make the elf the focus of the story. The best way to have original designs is to have an entire city filled with different but traditionally dressed elves. And the best way to make people know about this is to do it in the movie with, debatably, the best example of time travel. Oh yes, my friends. At number 1, it's the elves from Saving Santa. Each design tells us their personality. The Scottish elf has plaid gloves. That's pretty much where the list ends. But each elf, while their designs are very traditional and very easy to describe with the pointy hats and green outfits, they're all different enough to make a statement. I really wish you would see this movie. If you don't know what it's about, let me read the plot to you. It's about a wannabe inventor poop scooper elf played by Martin Freeman, who, after the North Pole is attacked by a spiteful capitalist mail company owner, voiced by Tim Curry, has to repeat the day several times using Santa's time travel device, which is normally used to allow Santa to deliver presents in one night, but Martin Freeman elf uses it to save Santa and Christmas, help Tim Curry regain the holiday spirit he lost to his mother crumpling up his letter to the North Pole, and end up with his love interest, voiced by Sharpay from High School Musical. Nothing I just said was a joke. Well, Merry Flitsmas and happy holidays. I still can't think of a pun, I'm sorry. But if you have other elves that you think deserve the spotlight, please comment them down below. We cannot let this oppressed race go unheeded or unheard or unappreciated. And if you enjoyed this video, blast that like button down below, ho ho, and subscribe so you don't miss another video, ho ho. When you click subscribe, click the bell to the side, ring-a-ding-a-ding. That way you can be notified. And until next time, it's time for me to fly off into the North Pole. See ya. Why didn't I just say click the jingle bell to the side? I don't know.